Welcome to Motivation and Leadership. My name is Evelyn and I'm a strong believer of personal leadership. You cannot lead somebody else if you don't know how to lead yourself. Today I'm going to address a few questions and concerns from the team members about goal setting. I've had questions like, I don't know how to set my goals. Where do I start setting my goals from? And the goals or the dreams I have are so huge. Sometimes when I look at my current status, I don't think I can achieve them. I'm here today to tell you that you can accomplish your goals and you don't have to put your goals off. As my friend puts it, the best way to start setting your goals is to start from the finished product and then you work backwards. Let's say, for example, you want to build a house in 5 years' time. The question you need to ask yourself right now is, how big do I want my house to be? And the piece of land where I want my house to be, how big do I want it to be also? And where, the location. Let's say, for example, you've settled for a 3-bedroom house in a 1-acre piece of land in Nakuru. That's perfect. So we have a target here that's one piece of land, a 3-bedroom house in 1-acre piece of land in Nakuru in a span of 5 years. Your question should be, how much will building a 3-bedroom house in a 1-acre piece of land in Nakuru cost me in 5 years' time? So you have to put the cost of production in 5 years' time because the cost can always appreciate. And then once you have your cost, let's say for example it's 5 million Kenya shillings, we need to break this down per year. How much do I need to raise per year? That will be 1 million Kenya shilling. And then you break it down further into months. How much do I need to raise in a month? That will be 100,000 Kenya shillings in a month. And this is where most of us get stuck or get scared. Either because we do not have a regular source of income, or even the source of income we have cannot allow us to set aside 100,000 Kenya shillings per month after all our costs of living and everything. And what most of us do, we get scared, we don't want to think about it, or we put off our dreams, or we just give up and say, I can't do it, which is wrong. Putting off your goals or trying to forget your dreams is not going to make your dreams disappear. They're only going to make you feel empty and dissatisfied. So the best thing that you can do is to put down that goal, however big it is. In fact, the bigger, the better. And then from there, you start breaking down your goals into small pieces that you can handle. Now, let's say, for example, ask yourself right now, how much are you able to raise per month? Let's say, for example, you're able to raise only 10,000 Kenya shillings per month. The question you're supposed to ask yourself is, how can I multiply these 10,000 Kenya shillings per month into 100,000 Kenya shillings per month? When you ask yourself that question, opportunities start showing up. Ideas start coming up. So this is where you pick your weekly goals from, your daily goals from. How can I raise, or how can I multiply the 10,000 Kenya shillings I have, or whatever amount Kenya shillings I have right now, into 100,000 Kenya shillings per month? You can either start selling stuff to your colleagues at work, or to your neighbors, or to your former college mates, or your church members, or if you're in a village, you have like a piece of land, you can do some poultry or crop rearing, and you can always come up with something that can multiply whatever you have. In the beginning, you may be able maybe to raise only 2,000 Kenya shillings the first month, but remember, the capital you have right now this month will not be the same as the capital you have next month. For example, if your capital this month is 10,000 Kenya shillings, the next month it will be 20,000 Kenya shillings, even if you were not able to do anything last month. And the moment you start multiplying that money, it keeps on growing. On average, you may find yourself that you've been able to raise 50,000 Kenya shillings per month at the end of the year on average, because sometimes it's not possible to raise the first year 100,000 Kenya shillings per month. But remember, every time you're multiplying what you have. So there is a possibility that you may be able to raise more than 100,000 Kenya shillings per month as you go by. So the most important thing is, what can I do right now with what I have to build onto my goal, to lay a brick on my house? What can I do right now to raise something into accomplishing the goal that I have in the long term? So the secret here is to put down that big goal and break it down into, what can I do in a year? What can I do in a month? What can I do in a week? What can I do in a day? What can I do in an hour? What can I do right now? The right now matters. But the right now will not work if you don't have the big picture. So you have to put that big picture down and be very specific exactly what it is that you want, so that when you're working today, you know exactly what you're working towards to. As the famous saying goes, the best way to eat an elephant is one bite at a time. One bite at a time. One bite at a time. The same thing applies to all our goals. The best way to work on our goals is one action at a time. One action at a day. One action at an hour or a second, whichever way you've put down your goals. So go ahead and put down your goals, the big goals, the most scary goals, and break them down. Before you know it, you will have accomplished your goals, and sometimes you may even surprise yourself. You may overachieve. And remember, every time you accomplish every goal you set for yourself, whether it's on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, celebrate each and every milestone that you accomplish. It is very important. It gives you motivation to work on the next one. Do not wait for somebody else to come and celebrate you. Put that goal down, work on it, celebrate. Work on it, achieve, celebrate. Work on it, achieve, celebrate. That's what life is all about. As usual, I believe that you should believe in yourself.